Hey, John, it's Bianca Golodriga. Let me ask you about the Hispanic vote, otherwise known as the sleeping giant. I spent some time with a political filmmaker who spent time in Texas and in Nevada, focusing specifically on the Hispanic vote and whether or not this will be the year where we see them come out in droves, whether it's registration, whether it's just getting out the vote message. What are you seeing and what are you predicting happening in your state?
Well, let's give you some context first. The Hispanic vote has been a sleeping giant that has been gradually awaking here in Nevada the last few cycles. 15% of the vote, overall vote in 2008, 18% in 2012. Activists out here are hoping that it gets over 20%. And the data that I've seen from the turnout so far, there's been 12 days of early voting so far, shows it is getting up into that range. And of course, Donald Trump is getting crushed in that cohort here in Nevada. And it's very difficult to get a landslide loss among a fifth of the electorate and be able to win a state. There's very little margin for error. Hispanics are voting in big numbers here. The Democratic Party here and coordinating with other groups is really turning out Hispanic voters.
Hey, John, it's Willie. There was a CNN poll out yesterday that showed Donald Trump up 6 points and an 8-point swing against Hillary Clinton just since October the 15th. But you cautioned yesterday against that numbers. Explain a little bit why you threw a red flag on that one, and also talk a little bit about, if you can, early voting there where Democrats have a big lead.
Yeah, well, you're right. That poll is just considered a real outlier by anybody here in either party on the ground who sees what's really happening. The biggest number in that poll that is a red flag is the number in Clark County, which is Las Vegas, which has 142,000 more Democrats than Republicans. That showed Trump up by 1 point. There is no way that that is happening. Barack Obama won twice here by double digits. Democratic candidates statewide almost always win by high single digits or low double digits. So that is just not happening. Also in that poll, there were not enough Hispanics surveyed, to go back to the previous point. So I don't consider that a serious poll at all. And let's contrast that with what's going on, as you referred to, Willie, with early voting here. The Democrats had a big day again yesterday. They have 55,000 more ballots returned already in early and absentee voting than the Republicans here in Clark County. That's how they have won here in the last 2 cycles, by building up that big bank of votes. And listen, most of these are partisan voters, and data that I've seen shows that Hillary Clinton is holding about 90% of the base. That's just death here for Trump.
Yeah. Okay. John Ralston and Charlie Sykes.